Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a good day. Today, for your English class, we're going to be reading a book. So maybe get your glasses ready. And by the way, how do you like my new haircut? Uh, the book that we're going to be reading is called Look Up. It's written by Aditi Dilip and illustrated by her as well. All the pictures in it are also by the person who's written the book. So let's start. Flying across the morning sky are birds in a hungry mood. Spot the one who has caught a yummy worm for its food. Oh, so there you can see all the birds, but there's only one of them who has caught a worm for its food. Can you find it? Yeah, I found it. You'll have to look a little carefully. Butterflies of different colors are flitting flower to flower. Have you ever seen butterflies flitting? When they sit on one flower and then they quickly get up and they fly to another flower? That's called flitting. But there's one that stands out because it's one color all over. Ah, look at all the butterflies. All of them have different colors. But there's one butterfly here that is just one color all over. See if you can find it. This one's a bit tricky, but I found it. A cheerful bunch of kites is merrily hopping about. But one's not quite the same. Can you find the odd one out? Oh, look at all the kites. Almost all of them are the same, but there's one that's a little different. Can you find it? Ooh, this one's really hard. But I think I found it. Let's see if you can also find it. Big and small squares are shapes you see everywhere. Isn't that true? Don't you see squares everywhere? Do you remember the song we had, Let's Build a House with square holes for the windows and the door? Yeah. Can you see any squares in the room behind me? I can see one big one right behind me, a big rectangle. I can see lots of square shapes. Big and small squares are shapes you see everywhere. There's one grill that's different. Where is it hidden? Here or there? I wonder what the next picture is going to be. It's a big building with all these little balconies. Can you see? This is the side of a building with all these doors and balconies. And every balcony has a grill, a railing, just like in your school. And there's one grill that's different from the others. Ooh, this one's going to be quite hard. You'll have to look very carefully to find it. Maybe you have to count the square. How are you going to find the one that's different? Yes, I think I found it. There's something very special about it. Let's see if you can find it too. Look among the green leaves of this big old tree. There's a branch with a speck of color. Wherever can it be? So what do you think is going to be on the next page? I think it's going to be a tree. Yeah. Yes. On this tree, most of the leaves are of a similar color. But there's one leaf that's a different color. Can you spot it? This one's quite easy. Yeah, I think you all would have found it. Can you see how all the leaves are blowing in the wind. Have you ever seen a tree like this? Planes flying across the sky leave behind a straight trail, but one of them is rather odd and instead makes a curvy tail. I think there's going to be some planes on the next page, don't you? Yeah? Or have you ever seen planes flying like this when they fly in the sky? Sometimes they leave these straight trails. Yeah, if you look up, you can see them and they stay for a few minutes in the sky. And most of the time, they're straight. But look at this picture. There's one plane that has a curvy tail. And I think it's quite easy to spot that one. A line of chattering birds are sitting above. Can you see? But one likes to be quiet. Whichever could it be? Chattering bird, talking a lot. All of us like chattering, but there's one bird who is not chattering. Which one is it? All the others, as you can see, are talking to each other. But there's one bird who's quiet. Did you find it? A flock of white clouds gleams on a bright summer day. But one decides to be rainy and doesn't care what the others say. Look, all these white clouds. It's a nice sunny day. None of them are raining, but there's one cloud that decides, no, I have to rain. It doesn't care what the others say. Can you find it? Yeah, I found it. A long day is done, and the night has just begun. Of all the street lights, find one that shines like the sun. Ooh, there, can you see all the street lights? You see all of these street lights over here. They're all above, and the light is coming down on all the houses. But there's one of them that shines like the sun. Which one is that? Maybe you have to look at the color of the light. All the light here is the same color. But there's one that's a different color. Look around, see if you can find it. Bats sleep when the sun is out. No, not your cricket bats. Have you ever seen the animals that fly around? Bats, yeah, those bats. Bats sleep when the sun is out and wake when it's night. Can you find the odd one who is still sleeping tight? Oh, there are all the bats. Now, bats, they sleep in the daytime. They don't, they're not like us who wake up and work and go to school in the daytime. They sleep during the day and they wake up and go hunting at night. And you can see that it's night. All the bats are awake except one. Can you find him sleeping upside down in the tree? He's hanging by his feet. Outer space has many planets, shiny and brightly lit. Spot one that's unique because it has a ring around it. I think the next page is going to have lots of planets, and there's going to be one that is unique, one that is different from the others. And why is it going to be unique? Because it's going to have a ring around it. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, yes. Look at all the planets. Yes, I can see one of them that has a ring. Can you find it? I'm sure you found it. It's a very thin ring. You'll have to look very carefully. That's the end of the story. I have a little homework for all of you to do. I want you to look carefully and read it, okay? This is your homework for today. As you can see, the name of the book is Look Up. So here are your 4 pieces of homework. The first part, read the book out loud. I've sent you the book. You can open it and you can read it, but I want you to read it loudly. The second part is look for new words in the book and write them down. There are lots of new words. I think on every page there's at least one new word. I want you to find all the new words and write them down. And then number 3, learn the spellings of all these new words. Okay. Learn how to spell them properly. Some of them have difficult spelling. And finally, the fourth part, the fun part, I want you to read the book again, and I want you to draw your favorite page from the book. Which of the pictures did you like the best? I want you to draw that picture. Okay. You can color it. If you don't have colors also, that's fine. You can just make a black and white drawing. You can do this in your drawing book, or you can do it in your extra notebook. Anywhere is fine. Okay. See you tomorrow.